The closer you get, the further I fall. I'll be over the edge now in no time at all. We're back. I'm going faster and faster and faster the further I fall. The closer you get, the further I fall. Great song, but I believe the band is called Alabama. Not to be confused with the state Alabama, but the band. Hey, there's a band called Alabama, one of the greatest bands of all time, Alabama. I'm pretty sure that's who sings that song. They've got a lot of hits. I've played them on the stream before. Anyway, we're back. Patreon going very well. Shout out to everyone that subbed so far. All those that will sub in the future. This is your second show. I promised you at least 2 a week. So here it is. I have all kinds of topics to talk about. Lots to get to. We're going to roll a blunt real quick, though, before we go through all this shit. Because there's a lot of it. A lot of topics. I got a lot of stuff bookmarked. And we're going to go over all of it. We're going to go over everything. You see how a bunch of people subbed, and here I am. I'm giving you another show. It's so simple. It's so simple. You pay me, I give you the content you want. Simple. Simple. Used to not be that way. Used to have the ad revenue. They took it from us. They took it. So this is the only way. It's the only way. So shout out to all the support. And like I said, if this gets going, we get more and more people on here. The bigger it gets, the more I'm going to be uploading more shit on here. Because it's just a lot of people saying maybe upload some videos and stuff. I mean, that's something we can do. Somebody said get a better setup so we can have it look like it used to look with the video on the screen or whatever. That takes money. I'm back at square one here. I'm about to be fucking homeless at some point if I don't fucking figure something out here. So we got to get money. And all these things can come, but it takes money. It takes fucking money. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. Who is blowing up my phone? Rogue blowing up the phone. All right. I got a lot of shit bookmarked, bro. And I think I'm going to make a message board. All right, we got to, if you're on the Discord, if you pay the $10 a month or the $15 or the $20, you have the Discord access. We have a lot of new members on there. So there's a message board on there for the people that pay $15 or $20. That's where you post your videos. Like if you want me to react to a video or you want me to talk about a news story or something for your video every week or every month that you get to select, that's where you'll put it. You'll put it in that area on the Discord. And then when I get ready to make them, I'll go through that and knock them out. I think I'm going to make another board, though, for, like, stuff you can post so we can talk about on the podcast. Stuff you'd like to hear discussed. Have a little board for that. You can post news and things. Anyway. Man, I got all kinds of shit bookmarked, bro. The Trump. Where should we start? With the Trump shit? With the fucking Biden? I mean, just take a moment. Take a fucking moment to listen to this shit.
We'll never forget lying around. And that's him lying around, actually. We'll never forget lying around. And that's him lying around, actually. We'll never forget.
This is the motherfucker they voted for, son. This is why we're struggling as hard as we've ever struggled before in life. Because this shit right fucking here. You can trace it all back to these liberals. I'm telling ya, call me crazy, but it traces all back to Satan and liberalism. It all comes back to them. Are we going to let them destroy our lives completely? When is enough enough? Stop voting for this shit. Good God. Listen to it one more time.
We'll never forget lying around.
People want to argue with me. People that voted for this want to argue with me. Listen to this. Let's do it. I'm going to let it play a few times,
That's him
just so you can really take it in.
We'll never forget lying around. And him, how he, that's him lying around, actually.
It's him.
We'll never forget.
What? Where's Jill? Where's Jill? You realize eventually this guy's going to have an episode where it's going to be like, holy shit. Like, these are all pretty bad clips, but there's one coming, you just know, if he wins again especially, that there's going to be something coming down the road where everyone's just going to go, all right, man, look, what the fuck are we doing here, bro? There has to be a come to Jesus moment on this shit, right? I guess for guys like Junie there isn't, but holy fuck, man. One more time.
Lying around. And him, how he, that's him lying around, actually. We'll never forget lying around.
Around. And then you got Trump.
These are rigged. The whole thing is rigged.
And I haven't, look, we're about to dig into this Trump jury and all this. I don't know what's going on, but we're about to find out.
Mother Teresa could not beat these charges. These charges are rigged. The whole thing is rigged. The whole country's a mess between the borders and fake elections, and you have a trial like this where the judge is so conflicted he can't breathe. He's got to do his job. And it's not for me, that I can tell you. It's a disgrace. And I mean that. Mother Teresa could not beat those charges, but we'll see. We'll see how we do. Mother Teresa could not beat...
I mean, is he wrong? I mean, the country's a fucking mess. Hear it again.
You have a trial like this?
He's right.
Mother Teresa could not beat these charges. These charges are rigged. The whole thing is rigged.
It's all
The
rigged.
country's a mess.
Country's a
between the
fucking
borders
mess.
and Fake elections.
Fake elections, probably.
You have a trial like
At this point, probably.
where the judge is so conflicted he
Conflicted
can't breathe.
judges and shit.
He's got to do his job.
I'll do his job. Do his
It's not for me,
job.
that I can tell
Good
you.
God almighty.
It's a disgrace.
It
And I
is.
mean that Mother
It
Teresa
is.
could not beat
It is a
those
disgrace.
charges.
Like, I can't even argue with him. It's a mess. The country's a mess, and they're trying to put Trump in prison instead of just beating him in the election. This is how pathetic the Democrats are. Marshall, stop licking. Quack. The people don't pay to hear. They don't pay to hear that, brother. Take it in another room, brother. Oh, we got more Biden.
I proudly stood with a black man. On Memorial Day, I proudly stood with a black man.
Man, come on, man. They're gonna vote for it again. I proudly stood with a black man. Usually, I call the cops when they're around, but this time I stood with them proudly. I mean, I like Obama, but he kind of talks like a white person. I was standing next to one of them ghetto blacks, you see? Kim Jong-un's sister says shit was inside balloons sent to South Korea. Let's get into this real quick. We'll come back to Trump. I got all this bookmarked, and we're just scrolling down. But we've got a clip here about this. Shit-filled balloons.
So you could call the latest flashpoint between North and South Korea a lot of hot air and a load of rubbish. North Korea is accused of using balloons to float bags of filth into South Korea. Now, people in the South have been told to stay away from the bags when they land and break apart. But they don't seem to pose any kind of health threat. The incident, though, triggering another round of trash talk between the two nations.
Garbage
Ripley
in there.
joins us now. Pardon the puns there. Well, what exactly is in these bags, by the way? And I also think it's important for our audience to understand what the North is responding to in terms of going in the other direction from the South.
You teed me up perfectly, Julia. You've come to play.
This motherfucker took a drink of his coffee. This just seems a little unprofessional, you know? I mean, if we're doing a podcast, hey, let's have a sip of the water or something. Hey, it's fine, you know? I'm going to take a sip now. But you're on national television, bro. You're supposed to be a little bit more professional than me, I feel like. He was like, that's good. Anyway, that's like his signature thing, bro. Like all these guys, they want to, you got to understand something about these people on TV that do this shit. They really want to be like me. I don't mean broke, walking around everywhere. I mean, they want to do stuff like this. They want to have a following online where they can kind of be themselves and have their own little stuff and everything. This guy's trying to make his own little gimmick where he takes a sip of the tea, takes a little sip of the coffee or whatever he's drinking there before he gets into the story. And he does a little, let's hear it again.
There. Well, what exactly is in these bags, by the way? And I also think it's important for our audience to understand what the North is responding to in terms of going in the other direction from the South.
You teed me up perfectly, Julia. You've come to play, so I want to apologize to anybody.
Like, he literally waited till she was done talking and she was ready for him to talk to take that sip. It was so performative. And I just wonder what was going through the mind, like why he did that. Did he think it looked cool? It certainly got me talking. I guess it did its job because we're taking a moment in this show to discuss this guy taking a little sip of his coffee. Like, he clearly did that on purpose. He meant to do that. He did it for a reason. And I just wonder what was going through the mind. Yeah, I'm going to take a little sip right when she gets done. I'm going to go, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. Also get kind of a gay vibe off the guy. I think he's gay.
Who's eating breakfast here in Asia right now because we are about to talk some shit. Literally, actually, because they're...
So this is where we're at on CNN. This is where we're at. Where the anchors are taking sips of their drink, the unprofessionalism, the cursing. Listen, I'm not against cursing. Listen. This is the news. This is CNN. This is where you tune into the news. Your children are around. We need a level of professionalism. Am I wrong here? That we need a level of professionalism on these news networks? This is not a podcast. This is not some goofy live stream. We're having fun. This is serious shit. No pun intended. This is serious. And he doesn't seem to be taking this very serious job seriously. And that's the problem with CNN. When I was growing up, you wouldn't have seen shit like this on CNN. Those motherfuckers had class. Now, no class. They all want to be fucking live streamers. Well, then start up a YouTube and get at it. But when you're on my television, I need professionalism from you. You're on TV. Act like it.
There are reports that inside these balloons, there has been excrement. But actually, we've been going back and forth all night trying to... I know I went there. But we've been trying to actually clarify whether indeed there is poop in the balloons, because we've had to go back and forth. Kim Jong-un's sister, Kim Yo-jong, put out a statement last night saying that there was toilet paper and other waste materials in the balloons. Then there were reports, of trash, plastic bottles, batteries, shoe parts, and manure. But then our Seoul Bureau went back and clarified again this morning.
I mean, they're dropping shit on them.
There's no excrement, it's just fertilizer. But we know for a fact, and I've had several bouts of food poisoning in North Korea to verify this, that excrement is sometimes used when they're growing produce in North Korea. So fertilizer could mean manure.
It's one of the problems. I watched a documentary on this. I think we watched it on the stream. North Korea uses human shit to grow their crops, and it's you shouldn't do that. It's really bad, and it causes a lot of issues for the people of North Korea. Do not grow your food in your shit. Thank you.
The fact that we're even talking about this, and we're not talking about the I'm going to talk about it right now. The 10 projectiles presumed to be short-range ballistic missiles just launched less than an hour ago from the Sunan area.
They do that all the time, though. That's the thing. They're always firing off those missiles. We're used to that. Why would we even bat an eye when they literally do it all the time and it falls into the ocean? I mean, why would we sit here and worry about such things?
Of Pyongyang, they were launched from the airport in Pyongyang. This goes to show the brilliance, I would say, of the propaganda and agitation.
Got to keep black
department
screen.
in North Korea,
Keep the file size down so we can upload these quick. That's why we're doing black screen.
Incidentally, by Kim
For those
Jong-un's
wondering.
little sister, Kim
Gotta
Yo-jong.
leave something block the
They may not
camera.
have social media per se,
Niro.
but Kim Yo-jong knows how to create a moment. And she, in
When you do the black screen, you have a smaller file size. Like if you have full video, me moving around, all these colors and shit, you're going to have a bigger file size. And it's going to take hours to upload. That's why I used to upload podcasts with, remember I used to just put a picture in the background? That's why. It's just easier when you got an hour fucking show. And some of them I've done in video, and it took fucking hours to upload it. Marshall, there's no way you're itching. You had a great bath. We sprayed this room down. What's going on, Marshall? Do I need to spray the carpet again? Because I fucking will. They're not itching like they was last night, but he's itching right now. I mean, I thought we handled it. I tackled it hard today. Full bath. Full spray down. I should have bought that spray you can spray on the dog. That helped. I'm going to get that tomorrow. That way I don't always have to give him a full-ass bath every single time. All right, back to this video.
a statement that she put out last night, seemed to be having a little bit of fun with this whole balloon fiasco. Because, as you mentioned, the reason why North Korea started sending hundreds of balloons into the South is because activists in South Korea have been sending balloons into North Korea for years. These balloons contain leaflets. They contain sometimes food and medicine. They contain flash drives that have South Korean music and South Korean television programs, which are forbidden to watch in North Korea. And people who actually collect these flash drives and put them in their computer could be sentenced to hard labor. We saw that happen to some young students in North Korea
Hard labor
a number of
for a
months
video.
ago. So Kim Yo-jong, when she's talking about the North's decision to now send balloons full of trash and perhaps other things that are unseemly to South Korea, she said this. Let me read you the statement from Kim Yo-jong. We've done some of the things they always do, but I don't know why they're making a big deal like this, like they've been hit by a shower of fire. Did these South Koreans only see balloons flying south and not the balloons flying north? Now the trashy South Koreans are brazenly claiming that their leaflet distribution against us is freedom of expression and that our corresponding actions are a clear violation of international law. So, you know, she uses words like trashy. She knows that she's creating a big fuss, and that's exactly what they've intended to do. Her department, the propaganda department, might not have the budget of the missile department or the satellite program, which had a failed launch a couple of days ago, but still, they're getting attention. We're talking about the message that the North Koreans are sending in a pretty creative way, I would say, Julia.
Yes, one woman's trash is another woman's treasure. I think we can discern which side of which is.
Well, there's that. Oh, there's a lot going on in the world. You may not know that North Korea and South Korea send balloons to each other. North Korea sends balloons full of shit and garbage. And North Korea sends DVDs. Or South Korea sends DVDs of TV shows. It's a pretty interesting difference there. I guess what's on the DVDs, I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of dog shit shows on there. All right, let's get into Trump, bro. Because this Trump shit, I know there's a lot going on with Trump. Here's an MSNBC news anchor having an orgasm on the air.
You just keep on thinking, if you looked in a dictionary for... Noted with respect to Judge Marchand. I mean, I am like now, I have like a man crush on him. He is such a great judge that it's hard to see that the jurors wouldn't have the same impression. I mean, you just keep on thinking, if you looked in a dictionary for like judicial temperament, that's what you get. Noted with respect to Judge Marchand.
It's just, oh God, he's doing what needs to be done to stop Trump. Oh God, I'm hard right now. I'm hard right now on MSNBC Live. I don't know, you all can't see me under the desk, but I'm hard as a rock. I'm hard as a rock. I'm hard as a fucking rock thinking about Trump going to prison. Oh God. Oh, this is almost as good as sex with my boyfriend. Oh God, I can't wait. I can't wait to see Trump in the cuffs, in the orange suit. Oh, Judge, give me what I need, Daddy, please. Fucking freaks. Guy's literally having a fucking coming on air. We still got Robert De Niro. We're going to get to him in a minute. That's a whole nother thing. There's still a lot of shit here. We're 20 minutes in. We got Robert De Niro. There's a ton of Robert De Niro shit. Robert De Niro's out of his fucking mind. I think I got another Trump thing, though. Let me see here. Trying to figure out this Trump stuff with the trial. Man, I ain't been paying no attention. Guess I got to start paying attention to this stuff now, huh? I get back to it. Let's hear this.
Well, let me ask you about the three choices. And one thing in particular that this judge said that these jurors could do. He just delivered what is being called really the pinnacle of all of this. He said that there is no need to agree on what has occurred. They can disagree on what the crime was among the three choices. Thus, this means that they could split 4-4-4, and the judge would still treat them unanimously. What does that mean?
Yeah. Well, it's really outrageous because in a normal criminal case, every statutory crime has what we call elements of the offense. Like in a bank robbery case, it's, you have to rob. It's got to be a financial institution. You have to show intent. Those are the things the jury has to agree on unanimously that they were proved beyond a reasonable doubt. Here, what we're doing is taking the element that actually makes this a felony, because remember, falsification of records is normally a misdemeanor in New York. What makes it a felony is that you're concealing or committing another crime. And here the judge is telling them they don't have to agree about what the other crime is under circumstances where that not only is what makes this a felony, what makes it a 4-year potential prison penalty rather than a year or less. But it's also what gets us into the courtroom, because if this had been a misdemeanor, the time to bring this case would have lapsed in 2019. So the only reason they're still able to bring this case is because it's a felony, allegedly, and yet now the judge is saying, you don't have to agree on what the felony is.
I'm not a lawyer or anything, but that sounds fucking shady as shit, what he just said. Let me try to get this straight. Maybe I'm hearing this wrong. So Trump committed a crime while committing another crime. But this other crime, you don't even really need to know what it is. We don't even have to agree on what it is to say he committed it. What? What? Yeah, this is shady. It's a witch hunt, bruh. If they were doing it if Trump was doing this to Biden, that's all these liberals would be saying. We know what they'd be saying. Fuck these people, man. I try not to hate these people, but it's hard not to, man. After everything they've said, everything they've done, the way they act, it's hard to keep hate out of your heart for them. Because they hate your fucking guts. Marshall, quit. All right. I think that's all the Trump clips I had. We will definitely keep updated on that Trump shit, though, because, if he goes to, if he gets found guilty or something, we're going live. I'll probably be live anyway, because I'm live a lot these days, but I'll be live for that one. That is, it's kind of scary to think about, like, them putting Trump in prison is kind of like it's a little terrifying. It's like, Jesus, that's where we're at in this country. We're locking up our political opponents and really putting them in prison. The front runner for the president of the United States. I mean, there's only two legitimate candidates in the race, and he's one of them. And he could very well win. I mean, it's a real possibility. And they're going to put him in prison? Like, and, you know, Facebook, I think, was saying, I don't think they'll put him on parole or something. Yeah, but, man, you never know, man, what these idiots are going to do. Like, how crazy are they, man? I think we all know that's a bad move for the Democrats to actually put him in prison. I think we know it would backfire. But if they actually do it, it shows you that they're unhinged. They really aren't thinking about optics and trying to win. They're just fucking nuts, bro. They don't give a shit no more. And that's scary and dangerous if you're against these people. All right. Robert De Niro. I think we should get into Robert De Niro. I thought I had more Trump shit, but I think I was lumping in the De Niro shit in there too, because I have a lot of De Niro tweets saved here. I think there's actually a press conference of Robert yapping away. I feel like you all probably want me to watch that whole thing, so we're going to see if we can find this real quick. Hold on, let me check his girl's message. Stand by just a minute. Okay. I ain't going to sit and text his bitch while I'm on here. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right, YouTube. Robert De Niro. I want to hear the whole thing. The De Niro shit is just going to take up a big chunk of this show. We might have to save some. Hell, I might record another one tomorrow. I mean, we got a lot. I got some other shit saved, and once I get really into this, there'll be tons of shit. I used to have tons of. I used to have so many videos I couldn't even do all of them. I used to leave stuff just sitting on the table.
Beside all that, this is my neighborhood, downtown New York City. I grew up here and feel at home in these streets. I feel comfortable. The Twin Towers fell just over here, just over there. This part of the city was like a ghost town. But we vowed we would not allow terrorists to change our way of life. And we started the Tribeca Festival to bring people back.
I got to be honest, the person screaming in the background is annoying. I would just like to hear what he has to say. And then once we're done hearing it, you want to yell at each other, that's cool. But trying to scream over him is just stupid. Like, I want to hear this silly shit. Come on, let's hear it. Let's hear this man. That's just annoying, trying to hear him, and there's some bitch in the background. By the way, there's this giant black man to his left. I'm recording this on my other phone, and I realize the front-facing camera doesn't work, so I can't really pull the camera up and show you this stuff like I did the last one. But we'll get there. We'll get a laptop. If this all works out, we'll get there. Bear with me on this. We're at the infant stage of this, okay? We must return to the former glory. Takes time. But there is a giant black man. He is huge, bro. I would not say anything to Robert De Niro with that son of a bitch standing there. Jesus.
I love this city. I love this city. I don't want to destroy it. Donald Trump wants to destroy not only the city, but the country, and eventually he could destroy the world. But we vowed we would not allow terrorists.
I hope y'all can hear that.
And that's why it's so weird that Donald Trump is just across the street. Because he doesn't belong in my city. I don't know where he belongs.
Lived in New York for years. Pretty sure he was born there.
He doesn't belong here. We New Yorkers used to tolerate him when he was just another...
Trump's a fucking New Yorker through and through. He acts like a New Yorker. He's got the attitude of New York. These people can't accept that he's one of them. You know? That brashness and shit, that's New York. That's how I always viewed it. That's how I see these people act. They seem proud of it. That rudeness, you know? they're proud of it. You know, you got to be tough to live in New York. I've always heard that. You got to be a tough guy, have thick skin. You can't be a pussy. Because people up there are tough. And Trump's pretty tough, man.
Grubby real estate hustler Matt.
Like, Trump ain't a warrior, you know what I'm saying? That's not the level of toughness I'm talking about. He's tough in a different type of way, in a businessman type of tough, you know? There's different levels of toughness, different types of toughness. You could be a UFC fighter, you're pretty tough. You could be a soldier, pretty tough. You could be a tough businessman, you know? Cutthroat businessman. Real tough guy to deal with. Doesn't let people walk all over him type of shit. That's Trump. You could be like Goggins and you just jog for miles, you know, that's tough shit. Not everybody can do shit like that. Toughness. Different types of toughness.
Masquerading as a big shot. A two-bit playboy lying his way into the tabloids, pretending to be a spokesperson for himself. He was calling it as himself for himself, to fool the press into inflating his net worth. A clown. But this city is pretty accommodating. We make room for clowns. We have them all over the city. People who do crazy things in the street, we tolerate it. It's part of the city. It's part of the culture. But not a person like Trump who will eventually run the country. That does not work, and we all know that. Anyway, we make room for clowns, to each his own. But no one takes him or took him really seriously. They take him seriously now, of course. But around the country, people who didn't know him as we did started to support him. They bought into his bullshit.
Oh, you're not full of shit, Robert.
With outrageous lies and empty promises. He got the most religious evangelicals to applaud a sinner who bragged about sexual assault and
Oh, God, Robert, Jesus loves the sinner, Robert. Robert, why wouldn't the followers of Christ love the sinner? Christ loves the sinner, Robert. You don't even know nothing about Christianity, Robert. What are you talking about? Christ died for the sins. Christ loves the sinner. He's looking for them to come to him. The people that aren't sinning, he's already got them. He doesn't have to worry about them. He's worried the most about the sinner, Robert. There's different types of sins too, Robert. I'm sure you got some on you, boy. I've heard some things. We're going to get into some things about Robert that I heard. Some rumors I heard about Mr. De Niro. Some alleged rumors that are going around about Mr. De Niro. We're going to get into that in a minute after he gets done talking his shit.
just a couple of blocks from here, a jury found him liable for sexual abuse.
Oh, yeah, that jury, boy. That Democrat jury, boy, really fair. That was fair. With the crazy E. Jean Carroll girl that told Anderson Cooper rape is sexy. What kind of woman who has been raped would ever say that rape is sexy? Huge red flag. I'm talking about a real rape victim. You think she thinks it's sexy at all? Give me a break.
Somehow, he even got self-styled patriots to support a man who called for terminating the Constitution, and on January 6th, rallied an angry mob to threaten democracy, leaving death and destruction in its wake. That's why I needed to be involved and wanted to be involved in the new Biden-Harris ad, because it shows the violence of Trump and reminds us that he'll use violence against anyone who stands in the way of his mega...
Democrats used violence for an entire summer. They burned cities down. They killed people. We remember David Dorn. We watched him die outside the pawn shop. An innocent black man, a normal man, a stand-up citizen. This ain't about race. That's what people get mixed up on these things. Life ain't about race, bro. There's a lot of stand-up black guys. There's a lot of stand-up white guys. There's stand-up people in every race. And there's a lot of scumbag motherfuckers, too. And sometimes you run into some of these motherfuckers and you think they're good people and they fool you. I mean, it's life, man. It's life. But to listen to this motherfucker talk about Biden after everything they did in 2020, after the hell they made for the American people in 2020 with their COVID lockdowns and their rioting and shit, the torture they put us through, and the torture they continue to put us through because we're still dealing with the repercussions of their stupid lockdowns every time we go buy something. And this motherfucker got some nerve to sit there and run his mouth talking this shit about violence. Fuck you, Robert De Niro. Used to thought you was a cool guy. You know, I liked your movies. And you still got some good movies. I'm not going to be a hater, but fuck you, Robert De Niro. Fuck this bullshit you're talking.
Romania agreed.
We're 3 minutes into 21 minutes. This probably going to go past an hour, this show. You don't get your money's worth on this one. We're only 3.5 minutes into this. And it's 21 minutes long. And then we got to get into the rumors. We got some Jill Biden stuff we got to get into.
But it's a coward's violence. You think Trump ever threw a punch himself? Or took one? This guy who ran and...
How would I know? I don't know. I'm assuming most people have been in at least one fight. Hell, I have. Been in fights.
In the White House bunker when there were
punched in
protesters
the face.
outside? No way. He doesn't get
Took it like a champ.
blood on his hands. No, he doesn't. He directs the mob to do his dirty work for him.
The mob?
By making a suggestion, an inference. And his gang grovels and follows his obvious order. It's no surprise that the murder rate and other violent crimes peaked under Trump. And
Oh my God, this motherfucking clown got some nerve to... I'm too stoned for this motherfucker, bro. I'm too stoned for this doofus. This fucking dweeb, bro. Robert.
falling under Biden. And now he's promising to use our own military to attack U.S. citizens.
What?
That's the tyrant.
What's he talking
Can
about?
Stonyfield organic yogurt with high-quality ingredients and no harmful pesticides save the world?
That's the tyrant he's telling us he'll be. And believe me, he means it. When
I'll tell
Trump
them people in the
ran
background to shut up.
2016, it was like a joke. This buffoon running for president. No, it never could happen. We'd forgotten the lessons of history that showed us other clowns who weren't taken seriously until they became vicious dictators. With Trump, we have a second chance. And no one is laughing now. This is the time to stop him by voting him out.
I'm laughing, Robert. I'm laughing my ass off. You're a fucking dork, Robert. I mean, these people are so out of touch with the average man and what he's dealing with on a daily basis. But it's okay, Robert, because we're going to get through it, Robert. And we're going to get this clown out of the White House, Robert, and then we're going to laugh at you. We're going to watch you cry and have a nervous breakdown and talk your stupid shit. And none of that bullshit's going to happen if Trump wins. Ain't none of it going to happen any fucking way. And you're going to look like a bunch of fucking morons again. But as I've said many times, and I should put it on a t-shirt, and I will if people will buy it, I'll take my chances with Trump. Thank you, Robert. Thank you.
Once and for all. We don't want to wake up after the election saying, what, again? My God.
Oh, hell yeah.
What the hell have we done?
Yeah.
We can't have that happen again. Yesterday was Memorial Day. It's a good time to reflect on how Americans fought and died so that we may enjoy the freedoms guaranteed to us by a democratic government. A government that, as President Lincoln said, of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Under Trump, this kind of government will perish from the earth. I don't mean to scare you. No, wait, maybe I do mean to scare you. If Trump returns to the White House, you can kiss these freedoms goodbye.
Heard it all
that
before,
we all
Robert.
take for granted.
Heard it before.
And elections, forget about it.
Oh, yeah.
That's over. That's done.
Oh, yeah.
If he gets in, I can tell you right now, he will never leave. He will never leave.
Oh, we can be so lucky,
You
Robert.
know that. He will never.
You mean none of you dumb fuck Democrats will get in power? We can have a break from your torture? You mean Trump's going to come in there and deal with you motherfuckers and set things right? And we just got to sit back? Oh, Robert, the horror, Robert. The horror. See, that's the thing, Robert. We out here struggling, so it's like, once again, I'll take my chances with Trump, Robert. Because I'm a poor man in America, and when things get more expensive, it hurts me. So fuck this, Robert. Fuck all that. Give me Trump.
Never leave. What does that mean? Is that the country we want to live in? Do we want him running this country and saying, I'm not leaving, I'm dictator for life?
Heard all this before. He's not going to leave in 2020. He had a whole mob in that motherfucker, and he had an opportunity to say, stay there, hold that capital down. We were going to fight for our country. He did not do that. So this fear-mongering horse shit, this doesn't work. Is it really working on you people? If it is, you're stupid. Fucking retarded.
I hope this new ad campaign reaches outside the bubble to remind supporters of what a danger he is to our lives. This is not a threat. This is a reality. And that's why I've joined the Biden.
Somebody stop the car alarm.
The only way to preserve our freedoms
Lord.
and hold on to our humanity is to vote for Joe Biden for president.
Oh, God, no.
Really.
No.
We don't have a choice.
We do, though.
On January 6th, while Republican lawmakers despicably tried to keep them...
They know Joe Biden sucks. He's like, look, we don't have a choice. I mean, what are we going to do? We have to choose this fucking dying old man. We have no choice. We do, though. We do, though, Robert. And here's the thing. Here's the beauty of it. Yeah, maybe I see this in the comment section. Oh, he thinks Trump's going to get the prices down. Listen, if all Trump does is drive these motherfuckers crazy, good, that's enough for me. Because if I got to deal with all this bullshit, I want these motherfuckers to be stressing out all day about Trump possibly being the king for life. I want them having panic attacks every morning. I want them to have the stress I got to deal with real world problems. Let them have that fake Trump fear for 4 more years. And at least we can laugh at him every day. At least we can find joy in laughing. And at least Trump will try to do something. Biden ain't going to do shit.
Loser Trump, the loser Trump in the White House, and Trump-inspired insurrectionists stormed the Capitol. Brave men and women from law enforcement put their lives on the line to defend this country. Our democracy. They are the true heroes. These guys are the true heroes. They stood and put their lives on the line.
Stop the car alarm.
For Trump.
They lied under oath.
They lied under oath.
Right.
Who lied under oath? What are you telling me?
Those 2 traitors behind you.
Excuse me?
Those 2 traitors behind you.
They lied under oath?
That's right.
What are you saying?
Oh, that's one of the January 6th cops,
They're
huh?
traitors. I don't know. I don't even know how to deal with you, my friend. I don't even know how to deal with you. They stood there. They didn't have to. And there were other ones in there who probably were in with them a little bit too, and they found a way to get around. Not these guys. They stood there and fought for us, for you. For you.
Well, they weren't fighting for me.
No, they fought for you, buddy. You're able to stand right here now. They are the true heroes. I'm honored to be with these 2 heroes today, from former Capitol Police Officer Harry Dunn.
Like this irrational fear that Trump's going to take over the country. It's just so stupid, dude. This is all they got, though. I understand that they're going with it because it's all they got. They can't talk about anything else. So I get it.
Former Metropolitan Police Officer Michael Fanone.
Are we going to do the car alarm the whole fucking time? And I don't need to hear this cop, this fucking guy, and what he's got to say. They hate the cops, but they love these cops. What's that tell you? I think Robert De Niro's done yapping, so we can move on. We've heard enough. Now let's hear what Trump had to say in response to old Robert. Let's find this tweet from Trump. Or Truth Social post. I mean, when is he going to give the Truth Social? Enough with the Truth Social, bro. Enough. Just get off that site and let it die. Jesus, Trump. Come on. Come on. Just come on. Let me find the Trump tweet and I'll read it to you. And then we're going to get into the alleged allegations against De Niro. I don't know how true these are, but hey, De Niro loves to talk about allegations. Let's talk about some of his. Let me find this Truth Social. God, where is it? I thought I saved it. I'll search it. Dude, he's a... Oh my God, Robert De Niro walking around in the N95 mask too, and then took it off when he was doing the press conference. This shit is so stupid, bro. This is so fucking stupid. Oh my Lord. Okay, here's the tweet. This is Donald Trump. I never knew how small, both mentally and physically, wacko former actor Robert De Niro was. Today, De Niro, who suffers from an incurable case of Trump derangement syndrome, commonly known in the medical community as TDS, was met outside the courthouse with a force far greater than the radical left, MAGA. Robert, whose movies, artistry, and brand have gone way down in value since he entered the political arena at the request of crooked Joe Biden, looks so pathetic and sad out there. Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? Dude, Trump is funny. Like, this is what they're up against. Like, they're so miserable and so fake and so fucking, it's just a clown show, and everyone's suffering, dealing with all this bullshit that these people have brought on us. And Trump is just clowning them. Like, and people know that life was better under Trump. Like, the Democrats got a hard battle here. This ain't going to be easy to beat this guy, because all they have is this fucking trial and this January 6th, and I don't know if it's going to be enough to convince people to keep paying these insane prices. And I think, whether you like it or not, a lot of people believe Trump is more likely to fix some of these problems than Biden. I think they have, especially the border. The border. Certainly Trump is going to handle that. So, yeah. They're up against some... Oh, here's another Trump tweet. Crooked Joe Biden just announced that he will speak for a change at the end of his trial against me. Yesterday, he sent his mentally challenged servant, former actor Robert De Niro, to create a little chaos in front of the courthouse and to influence the trial. Election interference. I kind of want to keep reading these Trump fucking posts. It's so funny. Trump post from Truth Social. Let's see. What else we got from Trump? And you got a lot of people siding with Trump, man. People are starting, especially these businessmen. They understand, like, Trump's good for business. And what you all need to understand, and I know this is, you're not going to agree with this, but I promise one day you will, when you get my age. When these businessmen are doing good, they're making some money, it does, It's better for you. There are jobs, there are opportunities that these men can offer. You can't offer these opportunities. You don't have the money. They have business. They have money. They can come up with ideas and give people jobs and stuff, man. That's what you want, a thriving economy. And when you have a thriving economy, you're going to have businessmen that start businesses and make a lot of money. And you're going to have to quit crying about that and feeling like you're getting fucked over because you're an employee. No, you're looking at life all wrong. You have a job. You're getting paid. And if you manage that money properly, you can use that money, save up. You can have a decent life. But if you really want to get ahead like a lot of these people, you're going to have to grind like them. You're going to have to start a business. You're going to have to do things that you're just not going to want to do because you like to go home and play the PlayStation. And that's fine. But accept the mediocre life that comes with that. Accept going to the job and doing these things. And start to enjoy it. Just accept it's your life and it's what you chose. And take the good with the bad and learn to just enjoy the bad and realize it's not that bad to have to go to work and do your job. Just do your fucking job. Trust me, I can't wait to get this bike and so I can go deliver stuff and I can go apply at places when I get my ID and I can get to a job and work there and do things and I can do this, like, you know. Just give me ways to make money and I'll do things. I don't want the government handing me money and all this, you know. I want there to be opportunities, and you get opportunities when you're not destroying everybody's businesses and just fucking everything up. These Democrats have fucked the economy up. They're stupid as fuck. Kevin O'Leary said, Trump tweeted this out. If I polled 10,000 independent voters right now, let's say I could just wave a magic wand and do that on a panel. I bet you all of these 6 weeks, wherever it's been, even if you watch the synopsis every night on the news somewhere, whatever outlet you watch, you are still 99% totally confused on what the hell is going on. It's bad for the American brand. 100%. 100%. The news is a joke. I've been saying it for years. Been saying it. He's right, man. I like Kevin O'Leary, too. I like all these people that people are supposed to hate. These guys that you're supposed to hate because they're successful. You're supposed to hate them. I think you can learn something from these motherfuckers. You can learn something from watching successful people and listening to them. You can learn something. People always want my advice. You don't need my advice, man. Come to my advice for what to do wrong. I'll tell you what not to do. Like, don't do the stupid shit I do. Don't get yourself in the positions I get myself in. All right, let's see what else we got here. Damn, Jabba Hutt's talking about Robert De Niro on the Discord. What a coincidence. Here's more De Niro. He got some Trump supporters heckling him, and he started yelling at him.
Democrats, you are gangsters. You are gangsters. You're washed up. Fuck you. You're salty. You're nobody. Your movie sucks. You're trash. You're trash. You're done. You're done up there.
You trash. Donald Trump and Elon Musk discussed a possible advisory role for Tesla leader should the presumptive Republican nominee reclaim the White House. Amazing. They hate Elon, they hate Trump, bro. And I'm not saying these men are perfect, but the people that hate them are dog shit motherfuckers, bro. They're awful people, so yeah. I don't know what that tells us about these men, Trump and Musk and Rogan and stuff, but these demons hate them, dude. Here's Jill Biden.
You have chaos.
Here's Jill Biden running her mouth. I got a few clips of her.
This election is not about age because, like you're saying, I mean, Donald Trump's going to be, what, 78?
78, yeah.
And Joe's 81. They're basically the same age.
Right.
So, but it's about character. This election is about character. So you have
two choices. You have my husband, Joe, who you all know, who has integrity. He's strong, he's steady, he's a leader, he's smart, he's energetic. Or you have chaos.
That's right.
Yes, or you have chaos. This election is not about a...
Oh, Lord. Oh, listen to this one.
Yeah, well, I happen to believe it's really important, more
You're
than
gonna love
ever,
this
to
one.
have a debate with guardrails. What is the strategy that the president has going into this? Any tips you'd have for a debate that we could pull off where we could actually hear our candidates?
No, they've built that in where they're going to turn off those mics so that somebody can't ramble or scream at somebody. Not that my husband would be the one doing that. And so that's already been negotiated. And, I think the American people deserve a debate because you need to see your choices. You need to see Trump, and you need to see the president, and you need to see the differences. And my husband's, and you're going to see how smart he is and the experience he has. And then you'll see somebody who, like you're saying, I'm going to use Joy's words, can't put a sentence together, and everything is beautiful, and it's wonderful.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
Can't put a sentence together. I have watched Trump rallies, a ton of them. I have watched Trump go up on a stage and do off-the-cuff, basically stand-up comedy for an hour and be funny as fuck and have everybody in the room dying laughing. And I've always been into stand-up comedy. I even thought about trying it myself, but I was like, you got to write stuff. I'm not really a writer. But I've listened to a lot of the great stand-ups, and they all agree Trump he's just natural at it. He could do stand-up comedy. He could just walk on a stage and just kill. He's a natural. Some people are just naturally funny. They're just so funny. Anything they talk about, the way they say things, they're just a master at it. He's one of those guys. To say he can't put a sentence together when your husband is Joe Biden, bitch, please.
Yeah. So I think the American people deserve to see the two men who are running for this office because your choice is going to be clear.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Bunch of fucking nerds. All right. I hate to do this, but let me take a quick-ass piss. And then, actually, I'm going to listen to this shit, bro.
Brains that have been grown from
Listen to this crazy shit. We're going to end the show. We might have another topic after this. I'll have to see, but this might be the end of the show here. Take a break from all this other politics, this Trump shit. Just listen to this shit, bro.
I didn't think I'd be waking up to abject biological horror today, but here we are. The brain organoids, the tiny human brains that we can grow in jars, have been released for commercial processing access. If you're not familiar with these guys, they are human brains that have been grown from stem cells, and they have brainwaves very similar to a premature baby's. I am not kidding. The limitations on their use and their growth seems to be hypoxia due to the fact that they're a disembodied brain and don't have a circulatory system. They can be attached to a computer chip and have better processing power than our most advanced AI. A Swiss company, Niro platform, is debuting their biological computer chips and giving access to private citizens to use the processing power of the brain organoids. While there are 16 brain organoids to a chip, they're maintaining thousands of them. They also have mouse and rat brain organoids, but they explicitly use human brain organoids. There have been some advancements in being able to keep them alive longer, including keeping them in a media that's oxygen rich and shaking them. They live about 100 days, so they will constantly need to be refreshed. As for the company, you personally can get access to their computation. It is going to run you about $500 a month if you're in education. I am frustrated. This is brand new technology. It is pretty spooky. Those are functional little eyes that can perceive light. They are immature human brains. They have all the structures that a human brain should have. They're just never reached that point in development because, the lack of a circulatory system. But scientists are doing their very best to make them bigger and more complex. At what point are we going to bring ethics into the equation? I didn't think I'd be waking up.
We might have to get the science guy on to just tell us about the brain organoids or whatever the hell they're called. I seen this last night, and it just disturbed me. I watched this video like 4 or 5 fucking times just trying to fucking wrap my head around this crazy shit that they're doing. It's fucking weird, bro. And the little brain has little eyeballs on it. It's just like, oh, God, son. This is some shit out of a fucking horror movie, bro. This is like fucking crazy shit, bro. Little brains. They're putting in computer chips. I mean, these people have no ethics, bro. I'm telling you, these people don't give a fuck about nothing, dude. And that's just what they're telling us they got. Think of all the shit that they got that they don't tell us about. All the weird fucking secret shit that they're fucking with that they don't tell nobody about. When the brain organoids are public, when all this shit here is public information and it's fucking sci-fi crazy shit out of a movie, imagine the shit they don't show you and talk about. That's enough to keep you awake at night, tossing and turning. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, son. Jesus. The organoids. You know what? I'm going to give you one more. Oh, wait a minute. I promised you, Robert De Niro. I promised you the allegations. Now, I don't know how true this is, but these are the allegations. Okay? They are alleged allegations. They are rumors. There's a reason Robert De Niro is all in on Biden. Pepperidge Farm remembers his 1998 arrest in connection to a Jeffrey Epstein-esque prostitution ring operating out of France. Robert De Niro arrested, held, questioned in Paris over Vice ring. Detailed on a warrant and released after 9 hours. 40 prostitutes were reportedly matched up with wealthy clients as far away as NYC and the Arab Gulf states. Clients included Saudi princes, members of Persian Gulf monarchies, armed traffickers, celebrities, etc. Cops grilled De Niro, prostitution ring, 1998, February 11th. 5 people have already been placed under formal investigation in a 16-month-old inquiry which has revealed a call girl network with tentacles around the globe. Almost said testicles around the globe. Tentacles around the globe among the clientele are reportedly Saudi princes, what we just said. Investigators seized diaries, records, address books with the names of young women and their international clients. And De Niro got questioned in this. American actor Robert De Niro was arrested by French Vice Squad at the Bristol Hotel in Paris yesterday and held for questioning in connection with international prostitution ring. De Niro is considered a potential witness at this point. Police officers questioned Mr. De Niro for several hours. He was released after 9 hours. So there you go. Robert De Niro. Don't forget, Robert De Niro ordered to pay $1.2 million to his former assistant for gender discrimination and retaliation. Robert De Niro on vaccines. Harvey Weinstein and I are working on doing a documentary. 2016. Robert De Niro is a pedophile. French officials, Robert De Niro is a pedophile. Almost 20 years ago, a sex scandal involving Robert... Okay, we already read about that. Robert De Niro, accused of sexual misconduct. So he was real big on Trump getting... he accused of rape and all this shit. But hey, you got some skeletons in your closet, Robert. Some women says some shit about you too, Robert. What you really worried about, Robert? Here is De Niro. Here's a picture. Y'all can't see it, but I'll retweet it. And I will put it in the Discord for y'all. So when you listen to this, you can scroll back. If you want to see the picture, just tell me. I'll bookmark it for you. I'll send that motherfucker to you. Here is De Niro with his good friend and convicted serial pedophile, Peter Nangar, in the Caribbean, close to Epstein's private pedo island. So he's got some connection with these convicted pedos. De Niro is, he's a shady guy. Sorry if you're a fan of Mr. De Niro, but seems like he's a weird motherfucker. Definitely hangs out with a lot of weird motherfuckers. That don't make him guilty, but it certainly makes you raise an eyebrow and go, Tell us more, Mr. De Niro. Tim Pool says he hopes Trump goes to jail. Yeah, these Trump supporters want it bad. That would help Trump. That would help him big time. Nick Diaz coming out of retirement. That'll be interesting. The AEW video game is now free on the PS Plus. No one's going to download it because it sucks, but you know. It is what it is. All right. That's everything I had for you today. Another show in the books. As I said, if people sub to this, I'm going to keep coming. So, actually, I mean, you guys can't really see this. I think I'm going to make a video with this for y'all. The cop fucking the girl in the back seat of his cop car or something. We'll do a video on that so you can see the video. Do it on my other phone. I think that's all I got for you here. We'll save that other one for a video too. Vivek said some real shit. Should we play? Yeah, let's hear Vivek.
There is something greater that unites. That's great. We are diverse. So what? It doesn't mean anything. Unless there is something greater that unites us across that diversity. E pluribus unum. It's on the back of our coins for a reason. It means from many, one. That's what we've lost in this country. When my parents came here, we used to talk about the melting pot. You don't hear about that anymore. Apparently, that's a microaggression. I reject that. This country was founded on, yes, we could celebrate our skin-deep differences. Our diversity, it can be a beautiful thing, only if there's something greater that binds us together across that diversity. Without that, just think about it. What are we? A bunch of different-looking, two-legged higher mammals with a bunch of different shades of melanin? Walk in some geographic space that we call a country, doing what our iPhones told us to do on a given day? That's not a country. This country is a vision of what that place can be. That's America. Do we believe that vision still exists or not? I do. But it's going to take every one of us speaking those truths, not just when it's easy, but when it's hard. The truth that God is real. It's not a God, not a four-letter word. We will not apologize for it. We are one nation under God. That's who we are. That's great. We are diverse.
I mean, that boy good, Vivek. And he's right. It's not about people coming here and oh, we got to keep everybody out and everybody's got to be white or whatever. It's about everyone's got to be an American. They got to pledge to the flag. They've got to be allegiance to America. You can't be allegiance to Israel, whatever the fuck you're, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't come here and want to change this place to make it more like where you came from. No, you come here and you assimilate and you become an American and you change. You don't expect all the Americans to change. You are becoming an American, so you have to change. That's on you. Very simple. And most people's down in America, we're down to leave you the fuck alone. Just leave us alone. It's not that fucking hard. Just go away and stop bothering us with your bullshit. And we don't care if you have your little fucking, you don't put up a Christmas tree. You put up a fucking stick or something. I don't fucking know. Nobody cares, bro. Do what you want. Just fucking stop fucking, you know, oh, everybody can't have a Christmas tree. We can't have Christmas decorations. Fuck off. We have a Christmas decoration. We celebrate Christmas in this country. It's a big deal in this country. Get over it, nerd. Get over it. Sick of hearing that whining shit. Anyway, we'll end it with Vivek. So I think it was a solid show. I don't know about you. Maybe you thought it sucked dick. I'm canceling this shit. But if you liked it, hey, more to come. We're doing pretty good. We're already over $100 on this motherfucker. We're growing. As I said, as the Discord grows, at least once a week, we're going to do a Discord call where we'll talk about shit with everybody or whatever. And I guess we'll live stream that, but the only people that can be involved in it are the patrons. That seems fair, and we'll live stream that. And I mean, no sense putting that on Patreon exclusive because a lot of you will be in there listening to it live anyway. So we'll put that on the. You can do exclusive Patreon streams too, by the way. But we'll do that once a week, and we'll start, like I said, 2 shows a week. I can see myself dropping another one at some point this week. We'll see. Certainly, if it keeps growing the way it is, I'll definitely feel like I need to drop another show before the week's up. But appreciate everybody subbing. We get this bike on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of getting up at 6 a.m. and going live and just working all day, trying to deliver some shit, make some money that way. And we'll do these Patreon shows and stuff, and we get the money coming in on this. We'll have a good thing going. There'll be a lot of content. I'll drop a lot of content. Just got to get paid for it because I'm in a rock and a hard place right now, so I've got to make money. Shit's got to work out. Or I got to make other plans, you know what I mean? But I'm happy enough with the Patreon that I won't quit. I will give you those 2 shows, you know what I mean? And I will if you pay for a video every week. Those things I can handle. But if you want a show every day and you want, you know, like I said, live streams all day where we're out doing stuff and we go places and shit. We do more than just sit here and you stare at a black screen. Like, we can do all that, get this bike and stuff. But, gotta make money. It's simple. I'm like everybody else, man. I gotta make a living too. I can't just entertain you all day for free. I mean, I wish I could, but I can't. Gotta make money. I wish we had ad revenue we could rely on, and y'all could just watch the video and that would be enough, like at the old days. But it's not. And trust me, I know everybody's broke. I'm broke too. So I appreciate the people that sub this motherfucker because I know it's another bill you gotta pay. And I'm definitely gonna drop content. I'm definitely gonna make sure you get your money's worth. You got promised too. I'm going to try to give you more than that, especially as it picks up more. And like I said, if it does really good, we're making a killing, you know. We're doing the DoorDash. We're making money off that, you know. Down the road, we can certainly get another laptop. We could get something to where we can have a setup and we can have, you know, a better presentation for the show. We'll see what happens. It's all in God's hands. I'm focused. I'm hitting the gym. I'm trying to hit the gym, work, and do these streams and do these shows. That's where my focus is right now. So I'm motivated. I'm focused on it. We'll see if the people keep subbing to it. But so far, so good. I mean, it's enough to do 2 shows a week. I feel it's enough, $120. It's $120. But thanks for listening. And I would say at some point this week, and I'll drop another one on here. I'm probably going to drop 2 videos on here for you. I'm probably going to start dropping a couple of videos for you on some of these topics that I just feel like it'd be better if you could actually see some pictures or whatever. I'll make a video and I'll throw that on the Patreon. So you got that. You get some videos throughout the week as well. 2 shows and some videos in between the shows. And I'm definitely thinking about, I don't know if I'm going to do a free show every week because I stream so much. It's like, those are kind of the free shows, man. And we talk about stuff on the streams too. So we'll just keep doing the streams for free. And stuff like this, we'll keep this on the Patreon. Thank y'all for listening. Take it easy. Appreciate the money. More to come. Goodbye.